a brand new day, and we'll be making history. Are you with me? Won't you stay? We have come so far. This is who we are. And like the rising sun, we have just begun to play our part. This is the time we form the chorus. Lift your voice for those before us. We can rely on one another. Feel the pride, let's show our colors. We are heroes and dreamers. We are restless believers.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever time it is, wherever you are. This is Gail of Gaia, and this is Free Range, where we graze on wild ideas, and we have wonderful guests. And my wonderful guest today is Jenny Lee, and we all love Jenny and me. It rhymes.
Right.
Okay. So what have you been up to?
Well, the main thing is in which we just talked about, is everybody's been affected by this energy.
Oh my God, it's crazy, isn't it?
It is kicking our ass. It's kicking our ass.
Literally.
And
Literally.
You can't appease anybody through this. You can't pacify them. You're just you're having to ride it out, and it is just, it's hard, and this is one of those things that Spirit said, there's going to be some days that you're going to be wanting to stay in your house and not talk to anybody or see anybody.
Wow. I have one of my sons is having an experience with someone close to him that was, just going crazy, literally. I mean, really bonkers, wanted to get in a fight and all kinds of stuff. So the energies are off the charts, so to speak. And convoluted and all that.
Yeah, it is. But it's like I was saying, we're stagnant. We can't move. We're not moving. There's no flow going. That's what you can feel. It's and then you're getting a lot of sounds and vibration coming into your ear and all that. So it's hard.
Let's ask people out there, what are you feeling?
Are you asking me? What I'm feeling is it's Groundhog Day all over, but you feel it everywhere. Yeah, it is. It's a hard thing.
It's I'm tired too, more tired than usual, but I'm sleeping like a log at night too. I'm actually sleeping pretty good once I get to sleep.
Right.
Somebody says they're grumpy and frustrated. I think we all have an element of that.
Right.
I'm going to see.
So the thing is with this, it's not something we felt before the way this feels. Because we usually get to a point and then it's done. It moves on. It's not doing that. And that's why yesterday I did a YouTube on my channel and talked about a little of this. But like I said, nothing is appeasing the situation.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
Nothing. Food, entertainment.
Nothing tastes right. Nothing. It's like I might be hungry, but I don't know. I can't. There isn't anything that I can find that to eat that is what I really want.
It's like there's no taste.
Yeah.
What it is just this reality's breaking down, and however they're doing it, it is excruciating. Not only that, it's just it makes you overly sensitive too, to all the environments and everything.
Ah, okay. Somebody's saying she feels here. Petra's girl says she feels energized. Sometimes I feel energized, and sometimes I feel like I weigh a ton of bricks. And it's like something within me just doesn't feel right. It feels off.
It is off.
Well, can you tell us what's going on?
Oh my God. You're trying to put like a 3D effect into 5D people, and it's not working anymore at all. It's not. It is affecting us, and we're at the point where like either go one way or go the other, but just make us done either way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's in a different, it's a scratch board situation.
Yes. Somebody says, Brian says, ready to get the hell off this rock. This simulated rock, I guess. That's people talk about that too.
I know. Well, see, that's the whole thing about this is, you're so uneasy with the way it feels. I mean, I was noticing even my dog is acting up, and then she's like, all she wants to do is sleep. They want to sleep through it too.
My dog's sleeping a lot too, and
it's a hard thing. So the whole thing is, it's like she's passed out right now. She's just like, I want to let this just go, like make it go away.
Yeah.
And then it's bye. And now it just feels like we just want the relief to come. We're waiting for the next night to come, and it's not coming.
Hey.
Are you there?
Sorry, I muted myself. Mathis was saying he filled out job paperwork and we got home, instead of being happy, I literally cried. It's just to pay bills and have no motivation, having awakened completely during my life. I tell you what, I had to push myself today to do this.
I know, it's like, it is weird, huh?
Like it's a major, like the motivation is a problem right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like staying motivated, like just don't want to face anything. Hang on one second. I'm going to turn another light on, so hang on 1 minute. I mean, go ahead and talk if you want, but let me fix something. I need some lighting. I didn't turn my lights on. Bad mistake. You didn't hear what I said, did you?
No.
Oops. Go. There.
What do you say?
I asked you to turn those lights on, but I didn't. So I did. Okay. I'm back. Oh, my head's crooked and everything. I had to take my. I'm okay. Yeah, there's a couple of lights I forgot to turn on, which makes it easier to see. So anyway, okay. So everybody's feeling the energies.
Right.
Oh, here's what the feeling you were talking about, people being on edge. I'm feeling on edge, like I don't want things to get any worse, but I have to remind myself that I'm okay right now. Yeah.
Right, and that's the whole thing. We don't want to go any further. We don't want to look any further. We just got to get through this process that we're getting through right now, because that's all you can handle right now.
Yeah, excruciating is an understatement. Yeah, definitely.
You're literally, and you can ask anybody. They're not looking to the future right now. They're like, can we just get through the next hour? And the only thing, like last night, I'm getting these loud sounds in my ear in the back. Remember I told you would hear it in the back, and you can feel the pressure and everything,
Wow.
in the back of the head. So it's a hard feeling to feel, but it feels like our body's in such a dismantling phase now. Like I said, we're discarding this energy that we're going through, But to do that, it's not easy to do that, to feel it, you know. And you look at the Schumann resonance, been crazy. These things that have, I call them the red ruby lake that showed up again. Remember I told you that would show up again?
Mm-hmm.
So that energy, that red energy showed up again. So all these new energy movements are hitting us.
Yeah. And somebody said even the birds are acting weird.
Yeah, I mean, the dogs.
Like
dogs are just they're like, let me sleep it off and maybe it'll go away.
Wait.
But it's not yet. So it makes you wonder, you know, we're not breaking things down in days anymore, you know, because it's not ending.
Yeah. And somebody says, I'm tired of the sleepers around me. When will this let up? That's that getting a little irritated or easily irritated.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
You're the ones holding us back. By God, get busy and wake up.
Yeah, that is, it's hard to be around that. But, you know, you understand that it's not affecting them as the same way it's affecting us. For them, they're just thinking it's normal life. For us, we could feel everything, you know. They're just irritable. We are like trying to pass through it.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like natural air, you know. Once you open the breeze and you expect it to get better, and it's not doing that. It's
stagnant.
Oh gosh. So with that energy and all that stuff, and then I mean, it's just the awakened ones are just rejecting this type of energy, because eventually you can't function in this. There's a certain point it's going to cause havoc. I'm just telling you. You can only be in this process. This is 2 more weeks. 2 more weeks. I don't know. Some food make it.
Somebody agrees nothing tastes good anymore. I live on teas and smoothies. I'm mostly interested in liquids right now, for me anyway. If I can even find one that I feel like tasting.
Right. I mean, I gotta say, and what's this been going on 2 weeks now, I think, with this energy. And I went to weigh myself the other day, and I'm like, well, I dropped 7 pounds. It's because I'm not eating or wanting to eat anything, you know. It's just where, you know, our society was the opposite, where it's just and I think that the taste of food is just, it's not food, it's
fake. It's like it tastes fake now.
Yes. Almost. And you have no desire for it.
It's true. Anyways, I don't want to get a regular job anymore, but I need to do something to replenish my savings. I'm having to wondering at times if I have to back off doing this in order to take on another job to bring in more income, just to keep bills paid and you know, not end up homeless or anything like that. Even though stuff always seems to come through, sometimes last minute, but it doesn't. Yeah. The stress of that is
right,
unending.
And you're not. This is the thing. Everybody's having that right now. I mean, you can feel it to a point of a collapsation of society, and you got to wonder, is that part of the collapse of letting it go? You know,
maybe period. That makes sense, actually.
You know, are they forcing this so we do give in and let go? You know, like I said last week, I told people to stop looking for these people that say they have the insight of knowing when everything's going to be pushed. And I'm like, we're already moving towards a direction of being in it. It's just where the phase is right now. We don't like it. We don't like what it's doing. We don't like how our body's reacting to it either. But no one said it was going to be easy.
Excuse me.
But we're at a different point of this, that your soul's uncomfortable with it. It's not just your skin, body, it's your soul. It feels uncomfortable to it. So that's the thing. I mean, if anybody could tell me anything's appealing right now in this world, I'd like to hear it, because, and I mean in a way, it feels like it's hard to meditate. It's hard to, to go outside. Usually there's a refreshed energy. And when you go outside, it feels like the same energy going back and forth.
Well, you know what they had outside today? I had the opportunity early this morning to go out into nature, and we had two, not just one, but two X's in the sky of, the trails. Yeah. Because what are they doing? X marks the spot or what? Anyway.
Are they getting you to pay attention in the sky? I mean, the whole thing.
I don't know. I took pictures. I don't know why I'm having a little bit of a sneezing fit, but maybe that's from earlier.
Right. Exactly. So, the thing is about this whole process is, it has to end. It has to. And I think when it ends, it's going to be like just a push where you're standing upright, and then all of a sudden you're falling down on the ground. Just a relief. It's done. It's like waking up from a coma or a drunken stewage that you've been in for weeks.
Listen to this one. This is interesting. I love it when you guys participate and tell us what your stories are. A couple of nights ago, around 1 a.m., I was laying in bed, and all I could feel was my whole body vibrate, especially my head. Could you tell me what that could mean?
That is what that part is in the back that I was actually doing with a session last night with Karen, and it was vibrating, boom, boom, boom. And remember, I said that the sound is gonna come in the back where we're getting in tune to. Not that this is a comfortable situation to get there, That's the problem. It's like I said, it feels like especially the overly sensitive people, they are hiding away from this because it's even harder on them. So it's a hard thing to handle right now.
Somebody says I can't stop watching cat videos. Take your minds off things. Cats crack me up. They're funny.
Well, that's the thing too. That's the thing. I can't watch TV at all. I feel like there's an energy from the other side of the TV it's not a desirable in any form or any way right now.
Yeah. Well, I'm starting to get that way, even about the, videos that are on the internet and all the different stuff out there. It's like, same old.
Exactly. It's same information, but you know what? That programming, that process is not working anymore. People are shutting it out. They're not. Anyone else is losing it is the idolizing. I think we've gotten to that whole process. We know what the process of Hollywood is. So now it's completely shut down.
Hollywood is completely shut down? Is that what you're saying?
As in
pretty much
no energy there. There's nothing there. So as we're watching TV, how many people are sitting there going through Netflix or Hulu going, oh, yeah, they're dead. They're dead. You know what I mean? And you can't enjoy the show anymore because I
can't even watch you anymore after I know what you've done.
Right.
That kind of thing.
So you got to look at it. Everything's breaking down because it's unappealing. It's finally unappealing to people. It's finally to a point that all of it is unappealing. And
yeah. New England Dirt Roadie says 2 more weeks. You're going to have to explain that. 2 more weeks of what? What are you referring to?
I don't know. He might be thinking about the energy.
Yeah, 2 more weeks of this energy.
I mean, you're going to find a lot of people planted on their house and not moving. I'm telling you.
Maybe it's partly, maybe this is part of the reason we, lack motivation. And so people are starting to focus on more of the 5D thinking and positivity and trying to look at the positive of something instead of the negative. And when you don't fall into those thoughts, you're seeing through all the baloney, and that's irritating to me.
That is because your mindset is not accepting the reality anymore.
Yeah.
And
stagnant is the word.
It's irritated by that reality.
Yeah, truth has no agenda, that's for sure. But we are dealing with stagnant energy to the extent that it's like people are wanting to drop it off.
Exactly.
I tell you, I was. Go ahead. Did you have something you want to say?
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say I was dealing with the motor vehicle, and I had managed to find a car for what I had saved for, more or less, and it got help with. And what happened was I get it all ready and set to go, and find out now the state or the motor vehicle, they want to extort more money from me, a $500 fee in order to register a different car. Tell me the tow yard puts it up is that I abandoned my car. I didn't abandon my car. They stole it from me.
Right. Oh my God.
I mean, they impounded it and towed it, towing a bill, getting a tow bill over, $300 and $32 every day after that. And if you don't have the money ready right then and there, I mean, it just sinks you further and further. And now they want more money. And this state is horrible that way. There are a whole lot of people that are, their fines and fees that they attach to everything are astronomical. And I just told them, you're extorting money from me. Why? You've weaponized the system against the American people. Why should I have to pay that?
Right.
But, if you don't put that on your car, then you get stopped and harassed by it's like a no-win situation. And when you know what's wrong and you know what they're doing, it's very irritating.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, that's my little story.
So now you're not getting the car, or you are?
No, I already have it. Now I can't put plates on it until I pay them. So that means I can hardly use it.
Right. Yeah. Because you don't want to get caught again, and then they take you another vehicle.
It's just disgusting, and I know I'm not the only one. This happens to a lot of people, and it happens more to lower income people than it does to the middle class. And maybe when the middle class, when it starts happening to them, and those kind of things start hitting them, maybe that'll wake them up.
Right.
Hi, Teresa.
Yeah. So anyway, let's talk about. I did a challenge session with Karen. She was very overly sensitive, to what we're talking about. But the thing is when I went up and I looked back, and then he showed me Earth, like having this greenish. It's not even fog. It feels thicker than that around the whole planet.
Interesting. Is it a healing energy?
I haven't seen anything like this. It's almost like, you can't leave, but you can't enter either. I don't know if it's some type of a barrier, but it's a green. It's got fog to it, but it's more of an emerald green feeling around it. So I was just like,
Interesting.
is this why we can't move? We can't, is it suffocated it that much around us that it's, it's enclosed like that, So it's just interesting so I'm sitting there going, okay, so then you would want back to see a green haze or some type of residue from that. And I'd be looking for that residue. Because something's holding this whole energy completely. But then, like I said last night, that I watched this TikTok, and it's talking about these gold particles are showing up or coming out of the ground and going, or appearing. And I talked about that. Gold particles, I put it in many drawings. It's in part of the Fountain of Youth. So in the showing, I did a drawing, and I gave you the drawing several times of it's on top of a mountain, a female, and all these gold particles are coming down onto Earth. And for me, when they described that was our spiritual record, our spiritual form. So for the 3D, you would look at it as a DNA, but this is like crystalline DNA, and this is upgrading, because that's what they show those gold particles do when they showed me. And I put those in a lot of the pictures, gold particles coming down. So, I mean, when people ask, when's it going to start? We're already in it. If you cannot feel what's going on, it's not just a switch of a green light and then, everything's simple. It's like, they didn't prepare us for feeling this way, but we are going through it.
I'm not sure what you mean by this. What do you think? It's amazing the ownership of definition of spiritual enlightenment on this channel. I would like you to explain that more. That's a little bit of a vague statement. I don't understand what you mean.
And I have a friend was telling me too, the dispenser places have been going crazy because everybody wants to numb it down, because they don't want to feel it anymore, what we're going through. So, I'd be looking at the sky for this greenish haze feeling, and then Spirit always shows me these flakes of gold or not. They're different gold, the colors intense, and they're very thin. It's a flake, but I've seen it in several realms.
Wow. Let's see what.
So.
What? Oh, I see. He's upset with what something I said, I guess. See, right there, globally labeling an entire group of people. Maybe when it starts to happen to the middle class, they'll start to wake up. So only poor people are awake in a way that you approve.
Well, no, that's not true.
That's not true, and that's not what I'm stating. And don't put words in my mouth that I had no intention of meaning.
There is a lot of people on different levels that are awake.
But I tell you what, you won't convince me otherwise. The lower income people do suffer more because they get hit with things that hurt them much more because of the financial situation. And I do believe that to be true.
Right. So, and so the thing is, I don't know if you're getting, so we'll talk about this energy when it hits the back of your head or your ear. It's a different vibration that comes in. When I heard it yesterday, it almost feels like, I would say, sounds of emotion, not emotion, but motion, and that's different for me to feel that. So the whole thing is that we're in a process of dismantling and then going into a totally different world. And that's the thing that we're having a hard time dealing with. And they're not talking about it. But you understand that, the stuff that they're putting out there is not appeasing you in any way. It's starting to annoy you. It's starting to annoy people because they want to get to a certain phase. Yeah.
I guess we're going on about some more people talking about low-income people. I know people talks about low-income people who are sound asleep. And speaking on their behalf, they're probably the most highly poisoned as well and brainwashed because of they can't afford organic food. They probably don't even know the benefits.
Well, I don't know. Some organic food is not good at organic food.
Yeah, it's not really truly organic. And I mean, isn't it funny how we took natural food that just used to grow and, and then there's other food. I mean, certain food is considered health food. What's that mean? The rest of it is fake food or what? And then the organic thing isn't truly organic either. But it's, it's a matter of good, better, best. And all of it comes with a price tag.
Right.
And that's.
So, it's a hard process to go through.
Oh, Teresa has an interesting comment here. A few weeks ago, I was seeing with my eyes closed gold crystal light-like particles coming at me like rain moving fast.
Right. And they're showing me like the sunlight that you need to be paying attention to. So this gold feeling, this gold shimmery, so I'm thinking eventually it's got to show itself. So we start to see gold and we start to see green. We know that things are already flipped. I'm just telling you with this, because I mean, I don't know how many pictures I can go back that you go on Instagram. There's probably 10 or 12 that has those gold particles coming down. There's a key that the same thing that Trump has been carrying. I've been posting a key up the same way for a while, just because I downloaded. But it shows on the 5D, it shows that golden key with wings and the golden path, the golden bridge. I already said you have to go across the golden bridge. We have to go past the golden bridge. And maybe we're in that process now. Not that it's comfortable. That's the whole thing. If
Nobody said it was going to be easy.
Right. If there's somebody on this earth that is not affected through this energy whatsoever, they can't be human at all. I'm sorry. Not in mammal, dog, like I said, they don't want to deal with it either.
Yeah. If you're not feeling it, something's wrong. Maybe you're an NPC. I'm just being facetious.
Right. Well, and then that's what talks about that crystalline body that crystalline that we're going into. And I'm doing meditations on the crystalline. And so we're pulling that in, and I'm actually doing a meditation on this weekend with a different student group that has to do with this energy. And they're like, nope, Jen, you're not gonna just do a video on it. You're gonna do it at the same time as them and go up in it. So,
wow.
Because sometimes in a group of energy, you can really feel that essence of something breaking through or feeling it in a dimensional way with strength as forces together. Because there's got to be at some point of a way to break through it.
Lenore asks, should we stay outside and breathe these gold particles in?
Heck yeah.
Oh, yeah.
See, and the Humble Healing 3 that I do for people, it had the water and it had a tree, and the tree would release those gold particles, and anything that was of nature would release these gold particles. You know?
Oh, wow. Interesting.
Yeah. So in Humble Healing 3, it shows that. And that's what, and then at the bottom of the water in Humble Healing 3, there's an emerald stone, which is a green looking stone. You know, it's important too. So we're dealing with a lot of stuff at once that our soul is like, I can't handle this, you know? So when you start to see the dogs starting to get up and play and do a normal thing, then you know it's starting to shift. Nature's going to tell you before man even tunes into it. But like, again, I don't know what you're feeling on your end. You're everywhere you're seeing for across the United States, it's cloudy in a different way. The overcast is cloudy all the time, and that's affecting people too. It's been raining constantly, but you feel like I didn't move to Seattle, so why is it so bad? So, yeah.
Thank you, Mags Hill, and a few other people who are trying to explain what I actually meant, who know me pretty well from watching my shows. I appreciate that. Thank you.
So we're getting into this process, but once we get out of it, I mean, there's just going to be a relief. This is a different relief.
This is really true. We're all learning from each other.
Yeah.
You really are. I learn for what the audience says. I learn for what my guests say. I'm always absorbing the information and processing it.
Right. Yeah, it's a hard situation. So, like I said, I mean, you guys everybody's already growing and changing because they're not residing with the information no more that has been pushed out in a 3D ego process, you know, where we're so numbified to it, it doesn't affect us anymore because you're not feeling the truth from it.
That's what it is. That makes sense.
You are sensing the truth now. That's why I always say you're going to know the difference right away when you listen to someone's voice and tone right away by, you know, just the sensing that. And that's what's annoying people right away. Like, boom, nope. I feel sorry for anybody right now that's on YouTube trying to commercialize or trying to push something. I would love to go into one of those groups right now because I'm sure they're annoyed and mad and frustrated. That is not working no more. That sales pitch is not working
at all. In fact, it's a turnoff. Mags is mentioning food is terribly expensive. I go through sticker shock every time I go to the grocery store. I know you can hardly walk out of there with much of anything for less than $20.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we don't really like food anymore anyway, so.
Yeah, I guess it's okay. I'll just go with the juice and something. I just started using a new product I really like. I don't use it as an affiliate link or anything at this point because it's a very pure food, and it's called Purium, and there's no glyphosate, and it's always, you know, organically, but it's freeze dried, so you use it as a shake or a drink or something like that. But it's really good. I really like it.
Yeah, I mean, It's not only that. It feels like your stomach is closing down to like I can't do steak anymore. I can't do hamburger anymore. If it's soothed and it's slow and it goes down, it's fine. It's heavy, forget it.
Yeah.
When you live out in the country and then you go into town and you try to eat that stuff, your body completely rejects it right away. It's not food, and they need to stop calling it food.
It's fake food. Jenny, somebody mentioned, of course, that we have the same grassroots authenticity. So Matha says we're two of the favorite. Thank you. I appreciate that. We're real. Let's put it that way. And authentic, as real as we can be anyway.
So, and this is a test for everybody. This is a test. If you look at someone now that's egotistical into what they've done and what they say they're in charge of, that's not going to affect you anymore. It's not affecting you. Your soul is not getting tied into that anymore. That's what's changing.
Okay.
We're not tied into the ego no more. It's losing. It's losing. Is that part of Hollywood? Is it part of the idolizing? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And that's why I was bringing up Yeshua yesterday, because it's something you want to look at, you want to manifest, you want to direct things. He didn't even want to be idolized. He just wants you to heal and be alert in that energy. So this idolizing formation it's going bye-bye. It's changing. And that's why it's unappealing to what you're seeing now. Because I said the truth will be seen in the light, and it's already losing its taste for the lies.
Well, okay, I missed what you said there. I was reading what this said. Do you know about keys of freedom from the keys of Enoch? We have the keys. Do you think that that's what is meant by when you were talking about keys? I don't know.
Well, the key, if you go onto my Instagram, it shows those old keys, those Skeletor looking keys, and Trump's had one of those keys, and so it's an access, but it's not a money process access. I believe it's more of a energy access. That's what I feel has changed.
Thank you, Nancy, for the compliment. Okay, Lenore says that she sees the sun is releasing the gold too. I do sun gaze often. I can see waves coming at me. So cool. So these are light codes then, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Is that going to wake up more and more people's DNA so they can wake up more?
Sorry, I don't want someone to hug me. So it is a light code, but it's coded with the gold. I mean, if you see a different, I'm like, keep hearing different sunlight, almost like a gold reflection. Pay attention to that, because that picture was significant on that lucid dream coming in and showing that light, that beam of light, that gold light coming down.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Mathis has something to say here. Jenny, I've been having 2 to 3 amazing detailed dreams each night. Seems like parallels, and I wake up to this boring standstill. Is this common right now? I want to go back to sleep. I have to tell you, one of my sons says he lives for his dreams because they're so much better than this life.
Yes, it's true. And that's the thing that Spirit said. They said, they're like, there's going to be days you're not going to want to get out of bed. And I think we're in it.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
I think we're in it.
Yeah. Love and laughter. It's always good. Yes. finding it sometimes can be the problem.
Right.
So,
so it's just part of the process of that whole situation. But yeah, we're in it. It's almost like this coating on the outside of our body is just like this irritation. Okay. And we all want to just step out of it.
Get off of me.
That's true. I mean, you want to just go, and I would be interested in the people like in the flesh needs, I'm sure. And I don't drink, I don't, and not just besides food, alcohol, sex. I'm sure anything is not working, which when the day that sex isn't working, you have a big problem with the humans. I'm just saying, we're at that point, and every activity, everything that we've been put in front of us is not effective, not working. It's already broke down, because those were the Matrix tools.
What about, we've all been programmed with a lot of different programs. So I would assume that those programs are starting to break down too. And that's why we're seeing, we resonate more with things that we know are truth, and a lot of the stuff that's out there, we just kind of,
I know. I don't want it. Forget it. I'm going to do it. Yeah. It's and I'm having a lot of students when they do classes with me one-on-one, like the colors that they're seeing, they're actually seeing the light that's coming in. And we think we know every color, and that's not true. The colors are changing, which is it seems to be reflecting through light on that. And then they're understanding that the door is here, and it's not, in this physical world anymore. It's always been here, and we just have to get through that process. So that's the whole thing. I mean, so if we're down to nothing that's appeasing us, nothing that's working, all we have left to do is go up and out.
Lenore says, I get goosebumps when I talk truth or hear truth. That exact same thing happens to me. And especially if it's something that's important to me, I'll just totally get goosebumps. I don't know why we call them goosebumps. I don't know where that saying comes from, but
yeah, I mean, it's developing, it's getting to a certain point. It's all of it, we're in a situation.
Yeah. There's somebody, Tammy says, she shut it all down. I can't stand the BS or drama anymore.
Oh.
Yeah, the BS. I've been looking at, I was looking because I want to read and know what's going on, what other people are saying and stuff like that. And I'm seeing all these things that says, boom, or breaking, or boom, I'm going, oh my God, yeah, right, okay, boom, let's see what the boom is this time. I'm going, oh man, I've heard this already.
Yeah, well, we're at a point that, like, if we don't hear the boom down the street, we're not interested anymore.
Exactly.
We're nullified to any of their calling wolf. It's like, whatever. We don't care no more, unless it was happening right in front of us. Because now we're into a society that everything that we see on TV, it's a prop, it's fake. We don't even trust what's on TV anymore.
Finally, actually, that's a good thing. I don't
mean,
even have
and
it.
that's what I'm saying. Some of the stuff that you're seeing, it was really funny. Everybody and their mother went down to Florida, where Trump lives, and they have pictures in the back, and everybody went to this party. And I'm like, can you guys not see the green behind it, the grease green, how good it is? I think there was one truther on there the other day, and I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. You can totally tell that it's fake. It's bad. Really bad.
Divine Illumination 333 says, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to hear someone else talk about the loss of ego.
Let it fall. Let it come to its knees. Let it be dismantled.
This is good too. Real love is compassion and full understanding. And if somebody doesn't have those qualities, they need to do some work. Either that or the NPC, non-human character. Right. Patronizing love is getting blown away. So, and yeah, we're really more interested in what's real now than anything else.
Right. It's a realness and a real process.
Okay. Yeah, when people are talking about their eating habits, yeah, I have a burger once in a while, but I prefer veggie and fruit most. But I still love coffee. I do have coffee.
Talking about burgers, sorry.
Yeah. Well, after what they told us is, you know, well, there's even a McDonald's around here, and I stopped going there many years ago. And but just, I don't know, burgers don't appeal to me anymore at all. So.
That's how I feel right now. When you said burger, I'm like, oh god. Yeah, it's bad. All their types of
listen to Gene, what Gene's telling me to do, Gail. I thought of a solution to your license plate situation. Draw them and put them on your car. If you get stopped, tell the officer that they were stolen, which they were. They were. Well, then the next question is, did you file a report?
Right.
No, but I did ask for, I did a freedom of information request. And what's the other thing? About their oath of office and that kind of thing. And most of them have only, if they have signed anything, it was an oath of office to the corporation rather than the organic constitution. Well, that's a whole nother area that changes everything too. I mean, we've been stuck in a Admiralty law situation. All that's going to change.
Right. Exactly.
Let's see what else we got here. Baja girls. Fighting with my ego. I'm winning. Death match. Oh, well, I guess we need that ego for a few things.
Okay, I'm going to tell you another thing. I'm going to ask people this too.
Okay.
So you see all these people. This is another thing that you can tell the ego's dying. See all these people, they're concerned about their complexion. I mean, these kids these days just type 20, 30 pictures a day of themselves. You know, and don't you feel like that's doling, don't you feel like that's doling down too? People are not out to impress in the same way anymore. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing it. It's just like products and all that stuff. I'm telling you, there's going to be a hit when that kind of hits the soul on the reality of this does not work no more. You know, and I mean, their beauty, what the left wing did is thinking that beauty looks like a blowfish. You know what I'm saying? The big structured bones and the big lips that come out, and oh gosh, you know, that's a deep program.
Very deep.
That is a beautiful.
Oh, Teresa mentioned. Oh, go ahead.
So yeah, I mean, if you look at that, it doesn't. This what I would be asking for guys or men in general. I mean, when they look at that now, is it's losing its value of it. It's nullifying them. It's not working anymore. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. But you know, another thing that's happening too with and this is on vice versa, guys are not adapting to the bitchy attitudes anymore either, women. And vice versa. You know what I'm saying? You know, that egotistical, self-centered attitude.
Yeah.
No one, they're like, we're done. We're done dealing with that.
Yeah. Don't even waste your time. Yeah.
No.
Okay. Teresa said, I did see those keys, and I just always get to ask for the keys of freedom from Enoch to unlock the locks and unblock the blocks. I like that line.
Mm-hmm.
Unlock the locks and unblock the blocks. Yeah.
Break the shackles that we're in. And that's basically what needs to be done, is a different type of shackle that we're in that needs to be completely done.
And you know what, Jenny, and I know you're on a ranch, so you know how animals are. If you have them fenced in for a long time and they're used to that fence, if you take that fence down, they still will stay in the perimeter of the fence for a long time before they venture out, because they're used to being confined. And I think we're a lot like that. We're used to being controlled.
Right. And that's that independent thinking that we have to go back to, and making your choice. And your phone is not going to make the choice for you. You know, you're going to have to start looking and analyzing, and instead of making things convenient. But we have to get our energy back first.
Yeah, true. Okay.
Right.
Someone mentioned Lunar Sun Ray. I grew up thinking of Yeshua as a big loving brother.
True.
So have I. Thank you. That's not what I was taught from the programming I received as a.
Well, you know, and this is the thing, like I went up last night too, and I was seeing his face, but it was really different because I saw this, and I always see these greenish eyes, and not that they're always in a human form eye, so you understand. And then the darker complexion that came from it, and then I saw this this other green on, like, looking at it in two different reflections. Just so it's a process of, like I said, it's always accepting their original form, and not the idea of what you think they are, but really accepting what they really are in the form that they are really at. It's not being afraid of that. I get so irritated with the white Jesus. I've gotten irritated with that since I was like 3, and I saw it, you know.
He's always what? What was that?
The white Jesus picture. It's just never fit. The whole.
Yeah, the Middle East people aren't that white.
No.
So whatever.
Not at all. So, yes, this is where we're at on this stage in this process. So.
Oh, look at, we all go through different periods of certain foods appealing to us and not appealing to us. And she's just, girl's just saying right now she just wants to eat meat. Just shows how we are all so different. I'm definitely in it. Every day I just want to stay in bed. I'm tired and generally feel blah. Yeah, I get the blahs myself. Like I said, I had to really push myself.
Try to get in bed and try to look at TV and then go, nope, can't look at that either.
Yeah, that's really getting boring. No.
So all I have to say, when they start to show the real view of what's going on in the world, I hope that attention span changes, and it the energy changes with looking at those screens. That's the thing. That's going to have to change too, our attention on that, because it's not feeling where you could sit down and just watch a TV and enjoy TV. Because when you watch TV now, you, as our generation X, we used to watch some really good shows and stuff, and now you have to surface through all the bullshit to get to a good show. I'm having to watch, if I have to watch anything, it'd be in the 80s, because you're fed up with the programming crap.
Yeah, it just sticks out like a sore thumb.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's horrendous. And I, and I'm just like with spirit on looking at things going, how much further, how much more can we reach to that edge? Well, we're not on the edge. We're in the, in the middle of the Golden Bridge. Well, we need to hurry and get to the other side.
Yeah. Teresa, I can relate to this too. She says, I feel like I'm just going through the motions right now as I'm upgrading, and I know it's all great. That's like, hurry up.
Right. So, and that's the process too, is each individual soul made a choice.
Interesting.
And like they're saying, the end is not for everybody. The end is not for everybody.
So Mags says, I've seen these strange wavy things just after I wake up in the morning. It only lasts several seconds, but it's something I've never seen before.
Mm-hmm. Remember I told you about that mirror effect? That mirror effect, how it looks like sometimes it looks like a mirror and sometimes it looks like a netting. And I'm telling you, the Matrix is, it's dismantling. And this is the thing, like I said, you're seeing a lot of activity in Antarctica. All these energies are coming out of there. I felt like they were going down very deep. My ear's starting again. Going down very deep. But to get down to a certain degree of that, some of this ice had to melt to a certain degree to get to an area. So I always, when I see that remotely, I'm looking at these darker blue waters, lighter blue waters, that there's just these, and then I get this rubbery energy. So I believe that part of the Matrix was in the Antarctica and capitalized so we couldn't reach it. I'd like to see what they bring up.
Nancy says she feels the same way. I don't have any interest in anything Matrix. My real joy are the animals. It's interesting that you say that. The animals and nature gives me pleasure.
Right.
And joy and happiness. Not much else is working right
well,
now.
These days, you know, it would be nice if the sun would come out to get even that with it. Just, they're starving us. We can't even get the sunlight with the animals together, you know, and, you know,
Yeah.
I think this is one of those things that when I'm in front of spirit, I'm going to be like, really? We had to go like that way through this on that process? That was so uncomfortable. Yeah.
Oh, I'm just looking at some of the comments and seeing if we got any more to bring up. This is same things happening to me on this one. I've been sleeping much longer hours recently. Is this because the body is upgrading?
I don't think it's upgrading. I think we're going to start to discard certain areas of the body. I don't think we're working with the body the same way. That's what I think is changing.
So you don't see it as upgrading?
It is an upgrade, but again, there's part of our body that we're not taking. So you're upgrading the crystalline, you're upgrading the gold particle, you're upgrading into that. It's almost like the spirit is coming outside the body. And I've always said to people, you cannot allow the flesh to be in control of the spirit. The spirit has to remain in control of the flesh. So that's what's changing. The choices are being chosen inside and realized, soul decisions making it, instead of lollipop, 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 you know, oh, I want that. Oh, I want to take that, you know, and you go, that programming goes right into your mind. We're not doing that. You want to test that. Look how you're going to the grocery store where you normally went to the grocery store. Now you're analyzing. You got your books, you got your pads. I got to look on the back of the cupboard so I'm not getting poisoned today. You know what I'm saying? That's the inner knowledge, not trusting, going with the instinct. You can't even get me at Walmart. I won't even go to it.
Who knows what you're getting, for real. Okay, Mathis is saying, yes, even going to the lake and spending time in nature is not having the same positive effect it did only a month or so ago, which is a kind of scary if this persists. Now, that's interesting that you say that, Mathis, because I was out in nature today, and at first it was like I had to sit there longer to have more of the same effect. And it's weird, but I know exactly what you're saying. It sounds crazy, but
it's not. It's a process that we're going through. So the only thing I tell you is, like, salt baths, sage. You might have to sage 2-3 times a day now until we get through this, because you can't go outside and feel the relief. You're inside feeling the same thing. So when this burst, whenever this energy bursts, I'm telling you, it's going to feel like you hit the ground hard. And you're like, are we done? Did we make it? Are we here?
Are we there? Are we here yet? No. Anyway, let me, I like that, Allie. God bumps instead of goosebumps. That actually makes more sense.
Right, exactly. So, I mean, and that's the thing. That's why I tell people, you want to see the financial change, stop listening to those people that are just throwing a little bit of meat your way, or nibble onto this, or here's a little cheese here, and the thing is you got to look at what, like, countries coming together as a council, making decisions as worldwide. Forget about just one country, worldwide, and look at the market in the morning. That's all you need to look at to see the change coming. Because they're thinking about, these people that are putting information out, they're thinking about, what do I need to say today to keep these people around? What do I need to say that's going to keep them interested in me? You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you that it's changing. And so those props are no longer working anymore. Okay. So people are looking around to seek the information themselves, So, and there's a ton of places on Telegram and all that stuff. And we're at a phase when you hear stuff, we're not even listening to it anymore. And the only thing that annoys me, and you guys know this, I don't do dates, because this process is not a date. It's a checklist of things that are done. And then when the green light finally goes, then people are going to be like, well, what happened? What happened is what needed to happen. And now you can't complain about it happening.
Yes, really.
But I'm just saying, it's changing.
Somebody's asking, have you ever heard this from anyone? Alchemist Frequency Healer says, yes to the corals. I have a grid at times in front of me. Violet dots. Anyone else? Violet dots.
What type of, the grid as in? Well, it depends on your perception. If that catches your attention, then you want to zone into that. That's what I teach in class, of staying focused on how to see it, instead of slowly. That's the thing about me as a teacher. I don't do the slow drip, drip, drip thing. And they do the drip, drip thing. And then they're like, well, this will cost more. This will cost more. I just go, let's just throw you in there and rip off the Band-Aid and let you see it.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm
That's
right
the best way to teach somebody, though.
Well, Lunar Sun Ray, I'm jealous. You live in the woods. I wish I lived in the woods. I love the woods, or more away from people. I hate.
Right now, I'll just take a cave.
Yeah, yeah, really, seriously. Going to town is exhausting. Yes, it is. I can't even get there. I have to walk there. It makes it even more exhausting at this point. But I do have a car now, so I just got to figure out how I can use it.
Yeah.
At least it'll take me to a trail without much likelihood of anything happening. So.
Right. Exactly.
Oh, here we go. That's an interesting statement. Divine Illumination says, you literally get to the point where you don't allow anything to insult your soul.
Right.
And Teresa said, well, this is, yeah, we got some real warriors here. I'm not playing their game. Teresa.
No, we're not.
I never heard it. You know, in Hawaii, they call goosebumps, which would be God bumps. They call it chicken skin. I never heard.
I don't know.
That's weird.
So they're getting the white buses are showing up again.
Okay.
White buses are dragging up people and protesting too. Those damn white buses, they're everywhere now.
I'm trying to scroll through these questions or these answers or comments. Yeah, cute. We don't know what's real anymore. Even walking down the street, is that a real person or is that a fake person?
Yeah, exactly. Is that reptilian or is it organic?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm telling you, when this
heartless, emotionless, or real.
This goes down, people are like seeing something like that happen. They're going to be like, well, at least we know. At least we know. You know, they're not going to. I do not think the ones that have been doing the research, the Awaken, they're not. I'm telling you, they're not going to be shocked by anything anymore.
They're going to what? Was that?
Not going to be shocked by anything anymore.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Deep fakes ramping up. Synthetic reality. That's what they want it to be, a synthetic reality. That's why this transhumanism agenda is so prevalent.
Right.
Okay. I see what they're saying. Okay. When that sounds gross though. When the feathers are plucked from the goose, the skin resembles goosebumps. Okay. I knew it must have had some old source from way back when. Oh, here's a question for you, Jenny. Is manifesting becoming a lot easier to people? I know it works, and I know you can send positive thoughts to people during meditation, but is manifesting happening more
Well,
readily?
this is the thing. I don't like the word manifesting. Spirit always likes the word direction. Send, first of all, again, in class I teach this, but if you get in to exact target or something that you're wanting, it really has to do with you believing it right away and not going into doubt. And then you send it in a direction, again, not having doubt. And each person has their own rhythm for that reply of information coming back. So sometimes mine's 3 days, sometimes it's 3 hours. Boom. But you have to visualize it. And this is the thing about meditation and manifesting. I'm like, why do they make it sound like it takes forever? Why? So you don't, it's like going to church. It's so painful, and there's these people with ADHD, attention disorder. We cannot wait. And Spirit knows that. We have to get into it, get there, and pull it out. There's no way. I mean, someone that starts with doing a normal meditation and starts with the low level. I'm by 2 words into it, and I'm like, oh God, no. You know what I'm saying? I can't take it. But these high mind people we can't do it. We can't. We have to get into things right away and pull it right away. So it's something to think about.
Tammy's asking, if you step out of the program, where do you go? What do you do? I need my energy back to get out and volunteer.
Right.
To do animals.
Well, no one's going to do anything until we get out of this. Honestly.
Everybody wants to know how much longer is it going to take and all that kind of stuff, but when nobody knows, it's
well, let me tell you, when I know, when I feel it, I'll be the first one to put it on my channels or tell you. I'll be like, because I'll ask, and I'm asking, when, soon, hurry up.
Would you please hurry up? Your soon isn't soon enough. Okay. Yeah. We know everything is fake. People are starting, more and more people are seeing it all the time.
Right.
Yeah, this is a good one too, Teresa. I've been very solo for several years as can't do fake. Same here.
Right.
Same with you, huh, Jenny?
Oh.
All food is tainted, definitely. That's what I tell people. Some of the reasons why people are having such a hard time seeing this is because they're poisoned and brainwashed.
They are. I mean, that's and I'm literally at the end of this. I want you guys to remember this. At the end of this phase, that everything is seen, and you're looking around, and like I said, the ones that have lied about this through the whole process, there wasn't the agenda to actually save humanity. It was to confuse us. They'll be hiding. You're not going to see them on YouTube or anything. As sensing that the curtain is drawn, we know the truth. You know what I'm saying? But the ones that have served the light and gave the information, I'm going to tell you what they're going to be doing. They will be down on their knees. They'll be down on their knees of relief and over exhaustion and tiredness and saying, I served the way I was supposed to. That's the difference. That's the difference between their true agenda and one that is bought and paid for.
Recognizing that a lot more too. There's a lot of bought and paid for out there. My sons are tired of those fake girls. Well, men and women both, we've been programmed to be certain ways to what a feminine role is and what a male role is and that kind of thing. Some of that programming
that's all confused.
Is breaking down.
Yeah, I mean it's all confused as in what it is now anymore. So it's already, they pretty much have screwed that up too.
Okay, someone's commenting about the narcissists I know are really exposing themselves, and I've turned a corner in being able to see them for who they are.
Right.
That's part of that, what you were talking about earlier, recognizing.
Right.
Let's see.
So.
Okay, Sprinkle has been met.
So.
I don't know what this is. If any, Mathis, Sprinkle has been met with drizzle by fed up men. It's hilarious. So is that a video?
Oh, they're tired of the crap too. Like I said earlier, they're tired of the games too. It's on both ends. It's on both ends of the fence there.
Let's see. Butt floss bathing suit bottoms? People are getting funny. Somebody's talking about how to grow your extra virgin olive oil, grows eyebrows and eyelashes like furry. I heard, what is it? Oh, it's a different kind of oil. I can't think of it. I even have some, but I don't. The name just escapes me at the moment. Castor oil. There it is. Thank you, Tammy. That's what I was trying to think of. Castor oil. It does. It's really good for your hair. Okay, here's one for you, Jenny. Do you see anything happening with med beds?
After when everything is surfaced, and I mean in the way you're going to know everything's done because they'll be okay to bring those to the top of the surface. The military, not civilian, will bring those to the surface. And then I believe the military at that time will do trainings with the civilians. Because at some point they're going to want to turn it over. But it's only because they could feel they're safe and secure, which it means everybody's got to be gone that was going to be a risk for that. So I always hear the spirit 24 hours after everything else is launched. Those will be launched. So
Castor oil. Everybody's talking about castor oil. It does have a lot of beneficial uses. So many. Anyway.
So yeah, I mean, so everybody knows how to contact me and get in touch with me, and if you have questions.
Yes, jennysite.net, and I have
two S's. JENYSSIGHT.net.
Two S's.
Yeah. Two S's.
That says interesting. I already put it up there. Jamaican black castor oil is less sticky. Interesting. I'll have to look for that. I didn't know that.
Right.
Okay. Ozonated oil. That's an interesting comment. If you can find it, unless you can ozonate it yourself. But we're going to have to close down here pretty soon, so I can always play this again. If it gets too long, they won't let me.
Right.
Yeah, I can't watch anything anymore. I don't even have a TV, so I don't have anything to watch. Somewhere in that. Yep. Okay, let's see if anything. Real quick here. Oh, that's a good one. Talk to God until you feel the real one. This is communion. And it's one with being one with God.
Right. Exactly.
Oh, thank you, Baja Girl. I appreciate your saying that. Myra, how long do we have to wait for change? It's happening.
It's already in it. We're already in it because you're feeling it.
And that's why you feel the way you feel.
Exactly.
Oh, here's one for you. Don't you wonder what the world is going to look like? I do want to know what 5D will look like.
Intense colors that you haven't seen before. Everything's just it's just a more intense color. They're telling me that here it's dull actually compared to those colors on that side.
Wow. I can't wait to see that. That'll be awesome. And colors have a healing effect.
Right.
So much has been taken from us that.
Right.
Wow. This is a good interesting comment. So many of my favorite actors and music artists are so clearly satanic, and it's ruined by past memories, like the past is a fake betrayal.
Mm-hmm.
I know some of the stuff that I know about some of them, just after knowing that, it's like, I don't want to see you. I don't want to hear you. It's just not good at all. Okay.
Well, it's only that. What really bothered me, and I've talked to several, it's the ripoff of elders' retirement and having no care of what they're doing. That's just unhuman. And we're talking thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
and bragging the next day that they were going to go buy a Hummer. And I'm just like, wow. Where's that? I'm thinking, God, wouldn't that eat your soul? Wouldn't that eat your soul up? Wouldn't it devour it? It's just horrid. I think we're going to find that out too, with the amounts. Hopefully those people will get their money back on that situation, because that was stupid Bitcoin and XRP bullshit.
Oh, the QFS. You better have your QFS account opened up and ready to go.
Oh, yeah.
Right now.
Yeah.
I'm getting hit with that all the time.
I'll blow it out your ass on that.
Yeah.
So, like I said, keep your personal information quiet and don't tell anybody. Don't say anything. Just zip it.
Yeah, Rachel says we can get to God by being a good person and caring for others.
Right.
And that's a big purpose for many people, because they think what are their purposes. But every little kindness, every little kind and helpful thought goes into the collective, and it's a good thing.
Right. Exactly.
Oh, somebody's asking if dental injections are safe. I doubt it, from what I've read.
I don't know. I'm not a doctor.
Yeah, we better add that. We have to be careful answering those kinds of things, because they can come back at you for no reason. But I heard they had hydrogel with nanotech, so that's that being said.
She's ready to go outside. She's like, listen.
Oh,
she's ready to go.
He's got something to say.
Yeah, I want to go outside and go to the bathroom.
Oh, maybe that's it. Okay,
Yeah.
well, you know what? We can shut it down. I was just trying to look through the rest of the comments, and everybody makes wonderful comments on the show, and I love you guys for participating like this. And it just makes it more interesting and more fun. And it adds to the overall benefit of everybody. What's your dog's name?
Benelli.
Benelli. You call him Ben for short?
Yeah.
Oh, how sweet.
Okay. Yeah, we're going to have to.
Okay, so somebody wants you ask Jenny about the med bids again. Okay, so I guess somebody wasn't very clear. So
24 hours after everything is launched, the military, not civilian, will be in charge of it. So don't be buying anything or any membership or any checking on any list for that. It's the military.
Oh, okay. Maybe you need to comment on this. Jenny, you mentioned the white buses on your Telegram channel today. What did you say about the white buses?
Oh boy, what have I been saying about them for 3 years?
Yeah.
They're going to be everywhere. It's on TikTok, or not on TikTok, but on Telegram. It's on Instagram, where I've done pictures about those 3 years ago. I mean, that's where they're going to load them all up, and you already see it. You're seeing them load up on protesters and everything else. That's where they're hauling them off, and I don't know where they're going to haul them off to, but I'm just telling you, they're just giving you an idea what's coming.
I got helicopters I see going back and forth between northern Arizona and probably Phoenix. And I hope they're filling those buses up in Phoenix.
Right, exactly.
Okay. All right. Do you have any final comments or anything you want to say, Jenny?
Yeah, well, I mean, you know how to contact me for a reading, meditation, classes. So to get you in line with what's going on. So, but here we are, writing this out. This will be these weeks of this energy will be something we'll talk about for a while. I'm just telling you. So, anyway.
A good indicator of somebody's humanity is, do they have compassion? Do they have a heart? How do they respond to, are they empathetic? If they don't have those qualities, they're not human.
Right, exactly.
So, okay. Alrighty, Johnny. I can keep finding stuff.
I know. So we'll do another show, but I got to let her up. So you guys have a good night.
You have a great night, and
They know how to contact me. They can contact me.
Yeah, you know how to contact Jenny. And
Okay.
I keep putting out things here on this channel that I hopefully are helpful to you, like Jenny. So thank you. Thank you for your time, Jenny. And thank you, audience, for your participation. I always appreciate that. And we'll see you again soon.
Yeah, we will. Okay, take care.
Okay, bye-bye.
We have found our way. It's a brand new day, and we'll be making history. Are you with me? Won't you stay? We have come so far. This is who we are, and like the rising sun, we have just begun to play our part. This is the time we form the chorus. Lift your voice for those before us. We can rely on one another. Feel the pride, let's show our colors. We are heroes and dreamers. We are restless believers, stronger than ever. Never say never. Don't look back now, don't look back now. Rise up, stand with each other. We are sisters and brothers, finding our place and running the race. We'll take our chance and seize the moment. Hold on tight and don't let go of all your hopes and dreams that light the way. We control our fate. Destiny awaits. We are all the actors in the stories we create. Hope will be our guide. We'll no longer hide. When we roll like thunder, feel the wonder from inside. This is the time we form the chorus. Lift your voice for those before us. We can rely on one another. Feel the pride, let's show